Neiman.
This is Janelle Herrera.
This is Casey Cunningham.
This is Melissa Garcia.
This is Kennedy Caperton.
This is Randy Miller.
This is Lacey Gardner Ramos.
This is Inez Villanueva.
This is Kendra Caballero.
This is Jennifer Miller.
This is Nayeli Orozco.
This is Malita Combre.
Hey everyone, this is Gabby Sanchez, also known as The Sniper.
This is Ashley Cole Hobbs.
This is Jenny Pearson.
This is Chantal Orozco.
This is Shelby Gwynn.
This is Alexis Dean.
This is Cheyenne Nichols.
This is Becky Jordan.
This is Amy Romero.
This is Ashley Fabella.
This is Morgan Pascal.
This is Brenda Wilson.
This is JC.
This is yours truly, Araya Mendoza.
This is Cheryl Allen.
This is Clarissa White.
This is Sandy Santa Cruz Trujillo.
This is Danielle Danford.
This is Miranda Fish.
This is Faith Ogden Miller.
This is Coach Jenny Waddell Ortiz.
This is Armida Herrera.
This is Monica Haas.
This is Jackie Ortega.
This is Mariah Woody, also known as Mariah Runnels.
This is Regan Wilson.
This is Caitlin DeWatt.
This is Lizette Orozco.
This is Karina Contreras Littlejohn.
This is Allison Moats.
This is Carmen Contreras, a.k.a. Twinkie.
This is Emily Whitmire.
This is Michaela Pierce.
This is Linda Garcia-Levin.
This is Sarah Reeves.
This is Tara Rhodes.
This is Alina Rodriguez.
This is Chloe Jones.
This is Jada Jenkins.
And we are the Eunice Lady Cardinals.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports live here in Jal for a district matchup between your Eunice Lady Cardinals and the home team, the Jal Lady Panthers. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partners tonight. Of course, we've got the man known by his little, I guess that's a finger. It sticks off the side of the hand. We call him the thumb. Charlie Fairbrush. Welcome, Charlie.
Welcome, everybody. Ready for some volleyball down here in the Jal, New Mexico.
Ready as we'll ever be, that's for sure. Kind of warm here today. And, of course, we've got the man, the myth, the legend. We call him Rosie. Some call him School Board Member Caballero, Rosendo Caballero. Welcome, Rosendo.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all ready for some district volleyball here in Jal, New Mexico?
Hey, was you up for election today?
No, sir, I was not. Thank God.
Good.
No,
I
was
didn't
not.
vote for you.
Just
kidding, man. Just kidding.
No pressure.
He's trying to stir you up.
I'm telling you, man.
Speaking of elections, the elections are going on. You've got about another, I believe about an hour and a half left to get to the polls. Get up there, get your vote in. We don't care who you vote for, because as a media outlet is against the rules here in this particular situation for us to endorse certain candidates, that sort of thing. The one thing that I would say is get out there and vote for your Eunice Public School bond mills.
Yeah.
Vote for those. Eunice being one of our sponsors, it's part of the reason why we're here. Get out and vote for those things. The surrounding areas also seeing things like mayors being decided, municipal judges being decided, city council being decided, your school board
members,
your hospital board, your hospital district board. There are some important things. I know my wife is running unopposed, so I think I voted for her when I went in there, so I'm assuming she'll get reelected to the New Mexico.
I thought I seen her name on there.
Yeah, she's on there as the unopposed for the New Mexico Junior College Board, and where she's now set on for multiple terms, and so she really takes pride in that one for sure. So anyway, get out and vote. Not telling you who to vote for. Vote who you think you need to vote for. The one thing that I will say, I was talking to a longtime friend of mine, Keith Manus, this morning, the retired Lee County clerk, and he was kind of giving the updated numbers that he was told. He was saying as of this morning, before the polls opened, that only 8% of Lee County voters had voted.
Wow.
8%,
huh?
Actually, if I recall correctly, it was just a few decimal points shy of 8%.
7 point something.
Yes, and what he told me was traditionally in a local election, you can take that number of early and absentee voters, multiply it by 2, and that's usually a pretty good estimate of the numbers that you're going to have showing up to vote in the whole thing. If that stays true, we will have under 16% of voters vote in Lee County, and I got to be honest with you, I think that's horrible.
And if that's the case, I don't want to hear none of y'all complaining.
Man, and that is exactly where I was going with that. We got a lot of complaining going on about everything locally, whether you live in Jow, whether you live in Eunice. There's a lot of complaining going on in both communities. I hear it all the time. And for me to think that we're expecting less than 16% of voters to show up.
Apparently you don't care that much.
That's exactly what I said. Somebody earlier today told me, man, there's a big crowd over at the community center. It's packed. And then just before I left here, I was talking to a family friend that had went and voted, and I said, what number were you? And they were like, 418. And I'm like, 418. Here we are, mid to late afternoon, and you're number 418.
Last one to vote for the day, huh?
We got 3,500 voters in Eunice, and we've got maybe 400. You know, I mean, that's not good. Now, I know that they've been pushing that, and earlier on, I think KRQE News, they were talking about the percentages, so I don't think that's any secret. So I know people have been trying to, especially those running for something, have been saying, hey, get out and vote.
Vote, yes.
And so, anyway, get out there and vote. Also, I don't know if they have it today, but usually Nomark has TJ and Don. They usually have election center or whatever they call it, where they're up there at the Lee County events or the Lee County courthouse.
Yes.
And they kind of keep up to date as the results come in. So anyway, just an important day. I tell people all the time, and I know people get tired of me telling them anything, but I tell people all the time that, you know, these local elections, in my opinion, are the most important. And here's why. Decisions made by your city council impact things like your water pressure at your house, your water lines, your sewer lines, your streets. I mean, everything that you do on a day-to-day basis is usually impacted by those decisions made at City Hall. Your school, I mean, our kids, our grandkids, this stuff right here, those decisions that impact this are made by your school board. Those, to me, people get all worked up over the big state or federal elections, and those are important, don't get me wrong. But I think on a day-to-day, you know, a day-to-day occasion or occurrence, you feel much more what decisions are made by these folks in these local elections than you ever will by the decisions made at the state and federal level. So get out and vote, that's all I'm saying. We've got a Jow-Eunice matchup here today. I was trying to do some numbers and some crunching. As most of you know, I crunched numbers last week before the football game, and I gotta make a correction. I stand corrected. I have a longtime buddy that's part of a group that does a lot of different things with the NMAA. I don't know what all boards and committees he's on up there. I called him the other day because I was trying to figure out how they were gonna address the log jam with Legacy Academy, Santa Rosa, and Raton, because Raton couldn't be ranked ahead of those two teams who finished ahead of, or I'm sorry, Santa Rosa couldn't be ranked ahead of those two teams in the bracket, but yet their criteria put them 1 point ahead of us. What I learned is that in football, they did away with the criteria wins against district champs. So I was counting 6 criteria, which is worth 6 points. They were 1 point ahead of us on those criteria. Well, come to find out, one of those criteria no longer exists. So that put them in a tie with us going into the final coaches poll or school input form, which apparently must have went in our favor, which gave us the win over that, and it eliminated that whole discussion. So Eunice ends up with the 3 seed. They get a bye this week in football. They'll play next week the winner of Santa Rosa and who are they playing? Is it
Tucumcari?
Is it Tucumcari?
So.
And that game will be a home game. And then after that, Coach Jackson was giving me some information, and I'll call it unofficial information, but the information that he was giving me, he says Loving and Raton owe us in the semifinals or championship. We are the higher seed. Subsequently, we owe Legacy for the same reason, and they are the higher seed. We owe Texaco, Jal, Estancia, and Tularosa. So basically, after this next round,
probably gonna be on the road.
Pretty much, we owe everybody except Loving and Raton. So unless we play one of those two teams after this, our first game, then we'll be on the road after that, is the way Coach Jackson believed it to be. Right. Now, back to volleyball. Volleyball's interesting. It does use the 6 criteria points, and they put 12 teams. Last week I was talking about it said 16 because I was thinking it was 16 back when Jada and them played. It's only 12. Here's the problem. Eunice right now is ranked number 15 in max preps. Jal is 16. Is that right? No, Eunice 15, Jal 14. In the latest coaches poll, the one that just came out this afternoon, Eunice is 15, Jal is 16. So in one we're 15-14, one of them we're 15-16. So
that don't help us.
It does not help. I got to be honest with you. It doesn't help. My belief, the only way we get into the state tournament is we've got to win tonight for sure, and then at worst, I don't even know if a win on Thursday
would help.
Would help, but I think that's about your only chance is a win here tonight and a win on Thursday. If you add the criteria up, I think that's about the only way we get in. And when I say we, I'm talking about Eunice. Now for Jal, they've got a little bit better situation only because their overall record is a little better than ours. Yeah. They don't have the strength of schedule that we've played, but they do have a better record. And so anyway, I think there's a couple of other options for them. They have Texaco that they host on Thursday. We host Tatum. So both of us have got our hands full. Jal beat Tatum just last week right here on this court. And so, it's
doable.
It's doable
for Eunice.
But I think for Eunice to get in, they've got to win here tonight, and then they've probably got to beat Tatum. I think those are the only legitimate shots that they've got of getting into the state volleyball tournament. For Jal, like I said, they've got to beat us here tonight, no doubt. And then I think it's still going to be tough. A win over Texaco would dang sure give them a strong argument for getting in.
Without a doubt.
So anyway, once again, top 12 get in volleyball. We're sitting in that 15 spot in both polls. So that means we've got to move ahead of 3 teams between now and the end of the week to have that opportunity to slide on in there.
It'll be tough, I'll tell you that much.
Yep,
Y'all's got a bucket line over here.
Yeah, they do.
It's not a drum line, but it's a bucket line.
Also, want to shout out to some seniors. This may be your seniors' last Jal Eunice matchup. For Eunice, they've got number 2, Maddie Martinez, number 4, Jazzy Klaus, number 8, Lizzie Gaetan, and then for Jal, they've got a lone senior, number 11, Jonna Butts. And so it seems like we've been saying Butts' name for several years. Yes. And she's been out there getting after it, as well as, these others over here on the other side. I know Martinez is fairly new, but Klaus and Gaetan have been out there getting after it since they were freshmen on the JV team, I believe. And then by the time they were sophomores, they were playing varsity volleyball, so they've been out there a while.
That just shows you both these teams are young, because 1, 2 seniors is good.
Yeah, a lot of youngsters on both of these teams. There is no doubt about it. Just a lot of youngsters. And I will tell you, I watched our JV play a while ago, and, of course, the Jal JV beat our JV 2-0.
Yeah.
But we've got some kids on that JV team that are athletes.
Yes, they're just a little rough around the edges right now.
Yes.
In this particular sport.
Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly. So, anyway, we got a lot of noise happening in here for sure. And Jal's got their buckets out. And anyway, there's definitely a lot of noise going on
the
for
officials
sure.
shut them down earlier in the JV game.
Oh, did they? They made them quit?
Well, because they were doing it during play. They said
I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
Where now Eunice has to worry about winning this game. It's a rival game. It's a district game. We just got to go out there and perform. If not, it might be a quick 3 out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I look out across here, and it looks like we've got a fairly good crowd here tonight. For those of you out there, once we get, and I don't know if we'll make it that far, but if we get to the 7 o'clock hour and we're still up here doing this, I would love to start hearing some of the preliminary numbers from some of the poll locations. I would definitely love to hear some of that if we get there. Charlie's swinging that camera from side to side.
Looking some fans.
Yep.
Had our favorite runner over here, shall we say?
Yep.
Chloe. Oh, Chloe. Well, she does. She's been very helpful over the time here.
Over the years, for sure.
So has the other Chloe setting up the music for us.
Yeah, that's true. Too. That is true.
Them Chloes are just some hard-working ladies, I'll tell you.
There's some hard-working Chloes out there running around. Yep, so looks like about 3 minutes remaining here on the clock for the warm-up. The first game finished a little quicker than anybody expected. It went 2-0 to Jal, and so because of that, we had to reach out to the station and have them flip the start switch on a little early. And they got us up and running, so we're up and running. I didn't prepare a whole lot of pregame notes here today, as I was just tied up today in court trying to make some things happen. And so anyway, just been a busy week.
And it's barely the second day of the week, huh?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think today I was trying to prepare about 2 days worth of stuff, as my mom flies out to, I've got a niece that's getting married in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. My mom's gonna fly, it's kind of crazy. She's flying to Austin, but the only way to get there was through a connecting flight in Dallas. So she's gonna fly to Dallas tomorrow morning, sit there for a couple hours, not a whole lot. And then from there, she's gonna fly to Austin. My cousin's gonna pick her up in Austin, take her to my aunt's house in Waco, and then the next day, they'll go to Fort Worth. So she's gonna do like a big crazy triangle for my niece's wedding up there. And so, like I said, she hadn't been feeling well. She had pneumonia, she had COVID most of last week. We've been dropping food off on the front porch and honking and talking to her from the street. Yeah, and so, but the last couple of days, she's started feeling a little better. A couple of days ago, she was like, I'm up and I'm feeling good. I'm gonna do the dishes, I'm feeling real good. And
ready for that road trip.
I think she got up and got to moving a little too quick, and then the next day she wasn't feeling so good again. But yesterday, by the afternoon, she said, yeah, I think I'm good. So
that's good, man.
She's up and around and
she's
moving.
getting up to go to the wedding. That's all that matters, right?
That's right. So
get there and come back safely.
I think I could get sick not to go to a wedding.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way. It's my niece and I ain't going, but
you probably weren't invited. Truth be told.
Hey, we don't need to get all into the truth telling around here.
They say you can come, but don't bring Jimmy. So he's going to send her all the way to Austin, right?
Fly her all over the state to get her over there.
Jimmy.
So yeah, anyway, we've got
take her on a donkey and get her there quicker than that.
She's gonna be flying all over tomorrow. She'll do some world traveling tomorrow for sure.
And I'll tell you something, gonna be loud. They keep beating on them drums.
It is noisy.
They have to stop during play, so at least during the play we'll have it.
I like noise, though. I gotta tell you,
noise is good.
I do.
Well, you know, that's what I said. That game we had at the pit.
Yeah.
I said this is good. This gets them ready for whatever.
Playoff time.
Yep. Yeah. You know, that game that we played in the pit when I was coaching girls basketball, which we were ready. I mean, we had practiced. We weren't ready enough. We lost, but we had practiced.
This guy.
And we got the police going to go over and sit down and.
No, he's handing out nachos.
Oh, I thought he was going to sit down and grab him a bucket
drumsticks.
But we had went up there, and for probably 2 weeks we had been practicing hand hand signals at practice. We had brought in a whole bunch of portable, like Bluetooth speakers, and we had set them up all around the court, and we were practicing our offense and defense. We'd turn it up as loud as it'd go, and I'd stand on the opposite end of the court to try to call plays because I knew we were going to struggle to hear. And we had practiced that for probably 2 weeks. So we got up there and we, you know, for most of the game, our little hand signals and stuff worked. And then with about 2 minutes to go, the wheels fell off and that place erupted into the noisiest
take our
place.
sharpshooter out early.
The noisiest place I'd ever heard, for sure. So here we go. It looks like we're getting ready to have the national anthem, or might be the Pledge of Allegiance if we're in Eunice. Let's see which one they're going to have here today.
Pledge of the anthem. You never know what they'll do.
There is no telling. We used to have this figured out. But
we're up on our feet.
It gets harder and harder every year, don't it?
I'm telling you. Let's see.
We're still running around looking for something.
Yeah.
What am I singing? The Battle Hymn of the Republic? I don't know.
There is no telling. Yeah, I guess we'll wait and see what happens.
I guess we sit back down or just stay standing.
Happy birthday to you. Whose birthday is it?
Who knows?
Shout out to Coach Jennifer Miller. She's sending me a message here. Yeah, you are right. She's got to go all over Central Texas. Going to do a big triangle, big circle, whatever you want to call it.
She knows that territory, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Miller.
I don't know if we're
just
like maybe they're having technical difficulties.
He's like, why's that guy out there with his hand on his heart?
I think he's having a heart attack.
Help me. Call the paramedics.
So the athletic director is now asking for one of the students to come show him how to operate the equipment over there.
Charlie said the boom box.
The boom box.
Well, I had probably get my 12-year-old grandson to do mine. Here, let me see your phone. I'll fix it for you.
Yeah. Man, I got a phone here. They're pointing over here and telling them to push play, I guess. If all of a sudden the national anthem starts, you'll know why.
They should just practice this before the game, right?
Yeah,
checking batteries in the mic.
Wouldn't hurt to be prepared a little bit.
All right, then. When my mom was the custodian at the high school, and of course I was coaching, we would go through all this stuff before the games. We would test mics, do all that kind of stuff. And then after we weren't there anymore, I'd set up in the bleachers and watch. And there was a lot of days like this where you could see people run around scrambling.
That's no big deal, right? It's just a district game.
Nobody was doing that anymore.
How many coaches
there they go.
to put batteries on the microphone?
It looks like they had to change out some batteries. All right, here we go. I think we're ready now.
And they're just going to announce players and everybody's standing, guys.
Oh, is that what's happening?
It seems like to me.
Charlie's got that camera pointed over at that wall just in case anybody wants to see what that wall's doing. Oh, this is the...
Told you.
Here we go.
You know how old I am.
So they are introducing players here. I'll run down my player list for Eunice. The list that I have is number 1, Kara Thompson. Number 2, Madison Martinez. Number 3, Mylene Villa. Number 4, Jazzy Klaus. Number 6, Leilene Zamora. Number 7, Lexi Garcia. Number 8, Lizzie Gaetan. Number 10, Allison Ruiz Romero. Number 11, Bella Pierce. Number 12, Madeline Hatch. Number 13, Cheyenne Blevins. Number 16, Jacqueline Boyd. Who's 14, Rosie?
That is Reese.
So they gave her a different number, huh?
Yes, sir. She's played with the JV earlier.
So she's
number 10. Number 10 on your roster.
So I'll make her number 14. Now for Jow, as the Jow crowd goes crazy. Number 1, Marie Nieto. Number 2, Natalia Rivera. Number 3, my favorite Jow player, Kaden Lohan. Number 4, Jessa Melanson. Number 5, Olivia Ramirez. Number 6, Charisma Rodriguez. Number 7, Abigail Darden. Number 9, Emery Melanson. Number 10, Amila Melanson. Number 11, the senior, the lone senior on that team, Jonna Butts. Number 12, Peyton Lujan. And number 17, Aliyah Navarrete. And I'm looking, Some of these people's numbers aren't even out there on the field or on the floor, I don't think.
Yeah, I think those are the starters, I think.
Well, but I don't see a 17.
17 or a, oh, you got the 7, so. Are 17 on here?
Yeah, but there used to be a 17 out there is what I'm saying.
They didn't make the cut, I guess.
Yeah, you never know. That's a lot of coaches, a lot of schools. It ain't just ours, it ain't just theirs. When they have people that quit, get hurt, whatever, a lot of times they don't update them in max preps. So then we're up here calling people out that aren't out there. So now it looks like we're going to pop back up and have our national anthem.
Play ball.
All right. We got our national anthem sang. We've got our players introduced. And now we will get ready to get going here.
They're still on the court, huh?
Yep.
That's weird.
They got to do the little half U and shake hands or whatever.
They get up, the official gets up and does the whistle, yep.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to play, I guess.
You know, Giles Court has that that from the ceiling drop-down netting with the referee's little box that they have to drop down a ladder and climb into. There were some folks at our school that really wanted that in our new gym.
Yeah.
And multiple schools that had it said, don't do it, don't do it.
Not a good idea.
They said it looks really cool and it's easy to drop it down out of the ceiling and all that, but sometimes it's hard to keep the net perfectly tight and straight, and having to climb in and out and have somebody let that ladder down and whatnot. Numerous people told us,
too much of a hassle. Too much of a headache.
And so we decided to go a different direction for sure. I say we, somebody else decided, because I don't think many decisions I've made will listen to. So here we go. A lot of noise coming from the Giles student section. Coach Jake Melanson over there in front of them, waving his hands in the air, getting them to get noisy. Speaking of Coach Jake Melanson, Elijah Melanson is up for the Albuquerque Journal Player of the Week. You can go to the Albuquerque Journal website. There's several people that have shared the link on Facebook. Go vote for Elijah, because he deserves it.
Oh, yeah.
Over 10,000 yards. He moved all the way into the number 3 spot in New Mexico high school football history in passing yards. He's in the number 2 spot in passing touchdowns. He deserves it. So here we go. Bella Pierce back at the service stripe, waiting on the whistle. And here we go. Pierce going to throw it up, running jump serve. It's a nice one. Jow going to do a really good job keeping it in the air. Clearing it over is going to be Nieto. Thompson.
Give it to her.
Setting up Villa, going to set Thompson up, and Thompson's going to slam it off the block of Melanson. It's going to go into the bleachers, and Eunice scores the first point, 1-0.
Easy money. We can feed them all night like that. We'll be okay, Jones.
Bella Pierce back to serve again. Here comes the running jump serve. It's another good one. Jow struggling with this one. They get it way back into the air, and then they do clear it. Gaetan with the first touch. Villa going to give it back to Gaetan, and she touches it over right into the right space.
Dink.
We were over at my nephew's birthday party, and Lizzie was sitting with me. We were talking volleyball just this Sunday, so a good job by that senior. Pierce with another good serve. gonna set it up. They're just gonna bump it over. Pierce, Villa, Thompson. Thompson slings it toward the back corner, and here comes Zhao back the other way. Nieto gonna clear it. Hatch, Villa sets up Pierce from the back row, and she just taps it over. 7 is Darden, gonna set it up right at the net for Melanson. Melanson bumps it across, it goes out the hands of Pierce, and Zhao will score their first point.
Little miscommunication there on the Eunice side. Unfortunately, costs us a point, so we'll be okay here.
Melanson from Zhao found a good spot right there, and that is the cousins of our Melanson. Those Melansons a long time running down here in Zhao. Gaetan keeps it alive. Villa gonna clear it to that back corner and hits it about 6 inches too long.
A little too clear.
Yep. And now that ties it up at 2 apiece as Zhao claws their way back into this thing. And now Caden Lujan, the freshman, back to serve. Here comes the run and jump serve. It's a rocket. Hatch gets it into the air. Villa gonna set it right at the net for Melanson, who hammered it down the throats of the Cardinals, and Zhao takes the lead 3-2.
Was that the first warning for that?
So yeah, the officials have give the Zhao student section some instruction not to hammer or not to drum during the game. Lujan serve goes to Thompson, to Villa, and then tapping it over is Blevins, and Blevins going to make a nice little dink over the top of the net and score a point, and now Eunice has tied it up 3-3, and Blevins goes back to serve.
It's a very, very quiet game now.
I just noticed our Coach Wilson giving Blevins the signal of where she wants the serve to go, and it works out as the Cardinals score again, and it is 4-3. Eunice with the lead here. Blevins back to serve again. Shout out to Billy and Chloe. Here comes the serve. It comes across. Good first touch, second touch, and then here it comes across for Rivera right down this back corner, and we moved out of the way and let it hit, and Zhao evens it up.
Rivera, that was a good spot Rivera got there on our side.
Rivera's a player, and so is Nieto, the one that's back to serve right now. Nieto going to throw it up and hit it over. First touch by Pierce. Gaetan going to set up Thompson, who bumps it to the corner. Lujan keeps it in the air. Setting it up was Darden, and then it comes across from Rivera. Eunice going to set up Hatch. Hatch hammers it at the net. She's blocked by Melanson. They keep it in play. Gaetan sets up Thompson, and Thompson hammered one off the block of Melanson and into the student section of Zhao
that
for a
brought
point.
To you by Guns Up Services.
Boy.
Definitely a Guns Up Services.
Knocked a hole in that block, huh?
5-4, the Lady Cards back in the lead. Gaetan, the senior, with the serve. Good first touch there by a number that I don't think I have on my roster. Thompson gonna clear it toward this back corner, hits it a little too long. I do, that is Charisma Rodriguez. I'm sorry, I do have her on here.
Number 6.
Yep, and it's all tied up again, 5-5. Gaetan will step off. Coming in is Lexi Garcia, who steps onto the floor. Melanson gonna throw it up and hit it over, and she gets the ace, and then she stomps around and says, you just got aced. Zhao takes the 6-5 lead here in set number 1. Coach Emmy Lujan standing over there holding that wall up. He's flexing his muscles too. He's got one hand on his chin. He's doing like the thinking man pose. Melanson hits it across. Ball's right up at the net. Thompson's just going to have it close. They're going to send it back across. Lujan going to set it up right in the middle, and hammering it into the back was Rivera, and Zhao takes a 2-point lead, 7-5.
Rivera knows how to place that ball coming off her hand.
Madison Martinez comes in. Garcia comes off, and now Melanson back to the service area. She throws it up, gonna hit it over. Here it comes. Klaus, Thompson,
got cleared here.
Villa gonna clear it. Melanson, Lujan gonna set it up at the net. Coming through was Rivera, and she's gonna step under. And the Cardinals will get the point. I thought at first his sign was over here, and I thought, But they do give the point to the Lady Cardinals. It's 7-6, and here comes Thompson and the guns up serve as she knocks one right over the top. What a save there at the net by Rivera, and then she hammers it right down our throat. She feeds us some leather, and it's 8-6 Zhao.
And man, Rivera's just all over the place, and she is playing strong.
The Jow faithful have come alive over there as they are getting rowdy. Back to the service area is Darden. A run and jump serve right off the top of the net. Thompson, Villa, Hatch gonna bump it across. First touch by Lujan, Hatch gonna send it again. Trying to keep it alive, and Darden does. Klaus, Villa sets up Thompson in the back row, who hammers it through. Darden keeps it alive. Rivera bumping it over the top was number 11, the senior, Jonna Butts. And Butts scores the point and extends the lead 9-6. Trying to see who this is. It's 7. Abigail Darden, a sophomore, back to serve for Jow. Run and jump serve. It's a good one. First touch by Martinez. They're going to set up Pierce. Pierce hammers it through, but Darden keeps it alive. Butts sets up. Pushing it over was Rivera, and here we come right back the other way with Hatch, who gets blocked at the net by Natalia Rivera. Another sophomore, a couple of sophomores. The Lady Cards now trail 10-6, and Coach Wilson and the Lady Cards want to talk about it. Your score, Eunice 6, Jow 10. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Well, shout out to these sponsors if you can hear me. Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Public Schools, Redbird Gas, Parker Energy, Kennemore Pipeline LLC, Outlaw Grill, Guns Up Services, Thomas Welding, Eunice Wrecker, Redbird Garage, Cardinal Hardware, Debbie's Country Kitchen, City of Eunice, Badger Hydrovac, and Eunice Health Clinic. Proud sponsors for tonight's matchup.
So the Eunice Lady Cardinals here trail to Jow. This Jow team's been on a roll lately. Like I said, they upset, or I guess you'd call it an upset, last week over Tatum. A Tatum team that's beat Texaco. Texaco did lose up at Legacy this past weekend. Legacy's #1 in the state. Darden gonna run and jump serve, hits it toward that back corner. Martinez misses it, and it goes out of bounds. And the Lady Cards get away with one right there. It's 10-7. Hatch will be back to serve now. Madeline Hatch back and ready. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. First touch by Lujan, and then running into each other out there was Rivera and Rodriguez.
A little miscommunication.
And the Lady Cards score there, making it 10-8.
This is trying to battle back into this game, right?
Yep. Hatch back to the service area. Throws it up, hits it over. A good one. First touch by Nieto. Then Darden. Darden sets it up right at the net for Rivera, who hammers it down our throat. And it's 11-8.
I mean, Rivera's up to killing anytime she's close to the net, boss.
I concur, and now she's back to serve. Rivera gonna throw it up, hit it over. It's way back deep. Hatch puts it in play, and now the Lady Cards have to clear it, and they do. First touch by Lujan. Now you've got Darden, and she bumps it across. Lujan gonna send it over down the line. Pierce just sends it through, but Lujan keeps it alive, and here we go with Butts. And then we're gonna have a net. Is trying to see who it is. They call the net on Bella Pierce. And so that'll give a free point over to Jow and send Rivera back to the service stripe. It's 12-8. Here comes a really nice looking serve. It's gonna be right up at the net. Nieto, Darden, Lujan hits it through the block of Blevins and Villa and onto the floor, and she's gonna score for the Panthers. It's 13-8.
You weren't joking, Jow is on a roll, man.
They are on fire right now.
Everything they hit, they score.
Here comes a first shot, and Thompson, her return goes over the net. Darden gonna set it up in the middle for Nieto.
Wow.
And she hammers it into the back corner and says, eat some of this.
Wow.
And it's 14-8. Jow taking the Cardinals to the woodshed here. Kind of looks like
stay focused, man, as we come back in this game.
Kind of looks like the opposite of the football game that happened this past week.
Yeah.
Thompson kicks that one into the air. Villa gonna set up Blevins. Blevins touches it across, but what a dive and save by Butts. And then hitting it into that back corner is Rivera. And Jow is doing it to it right now. What you gotta do, they're doing it. And they lead 15-8.
Talk about a home court advantage, right?
Rivera back to serve. Throws it up, hits that one into the net, and the Cardinals get a break.
Our best defense so far.
And Emmy's little thinking man, you know, hand up on the chin, went down to his pocket now. So he's got the hands in the pockets.
He's more relaxed now.
I was going to say, he might be relaxing with that 15-9 lead over there.
He doesn't cross the hands. He's a real deal.
Well, yeah, now he went cross on us.
Kind of relaxing now.
That's you know, that's stronger pose there. All right, Villa hits it over. Coming back the other way, it's Rivera, and she's going to hit that one out. And the Lady Cards get another free point as it's 15-10. And Maylene Villa back to serve. Throws it up and hits it over. The junior, It goes off the hands of, that is a number 8, and I don't have a number 8 on here. And that ball's going to go out of bounds. It's Lady Cardinal point, 15-11. Villa rears back and hits that one long. Rivera keeps it in play. 7 is Darden, sets up Lujan. Lujan with a nice shot over. Thompson keeps it alive, and here comes Pierce back the other way. Comes off the hands. There's a collision in the back. It's going to find the floor. And the Lady Cardinals are crawling back in. It's 15-12, and now we got a timeout. Jowl, your score, Eunice 12, Jowl 15. You're listening to Nomark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Another shout out to these sponsors: Eunice Health Clinic, Badger Hydrovac, City of Eunice, Baby's Country Kitchen, Cardinal Hardware, Redbird Garage, Eunice Wrecker, Thomas Welding, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Public Schools, Redbird Gas, Parker Energy, NMR Pipeline LLC, Outlaw Grill, and Guns Up Services.
You know, as I look at that list of sponsors that you're talking about, you've got the Eunice Public Schools, you've got the City of Eunice, you've got the Eunice Health Clinic. All have, you know, very important things going on tonight with the election. You've got 3 members running for 2 spots in the Eunice Public School Board. You've got, I think, 5 running for 6 spots in the City of Eunice the council. And then, of course, you've got the Eunice Health Clinic, the board for the hospital district. And as I'm saying that, the Cardinals and Villa get an ace. Villa now on a roll. She's brought the Cardinals back within 2. It's 15-13. What I was saying is get out and vote. Yep. Villa hits that one across. Punched into the air by Rivera, and now cleared by Lujan. Thompson with a good first touch. Villa sets up Blevins. A deflection, they keep it alive, and then we're going to clear it, does Villa. Rivera pushing into the air is 7. That was Darden, and then we hit that one into, or they hit that one into the net, and the Cardinals are back within 1. It's 15-14.
Just like that, huh? Just crawling back little by little.
Now Emmy's pacing over there now.
Yep. He went back to the thinking man hand, the knuckles on the chin.
And it worked.
And then, yes, it did.
And back to the pockets.
Tell Emmy to keep his knuckles off his chin. That's not good there. 16-14. The Cardinals now trail by 2, and back to the service area is number 6. That is Charisma Rodriguez, and she hits it long. Thompson keeps it in play. Villa going to send it across. Gaetan going to give it the old wrister over the top. Darden sets it up right at the net, and Lujan pushes it into that back corner. And Lujan with a really nice spot shot.
Good vision of the court right there.
She saw nobody was back there and just pushed it into the open space, and she gives her Lady Panthers a 17-14 lead as Charisma Rodriguez back to serve. A little runner serve. Thompson with a good first touch. Going to set up Villa. Villa for Gaetan. It was kept in the air there by Lujan and Darden, and here it comes back across. Villa going to set up Pierce. Pierce hits and gets blocked. It comes back, and then it goes off the hands of a Panther. I believe that was Lujan. It ends up up there in the upstairs deal.
It's up there somewhere up behind the Panther.
We have no other ball to get up there.
The thing is locked, so they're trying to figure out how to get up there. They're going to have to go up that little spirally staircase that we used to go broadcast games from. I can tell you, it's kind of cool being up there.
But it's not a good.
It is not the greatest view.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool view, but not the greatest view for filming. So they do get the ball. Emmy ran a set of stairs up there.
They got real quiet. Huh?
He got up there. He got the ball. He comes down. His blood pressure's a little high now. And now he's going to have to go over there and relax a while. 17-15. Pierce with a run and jump serve. Pushed into the air there by Rodriguez. And then they're going to set up Nieto. Nieto sends it across. Pierce via. Now here comes Thompson, who touches it over. Lujan going to just push it at the net. And then coming through was Villa, who pushes it over. Now here we come right back, and raring back and rocking that one is Nieto. And she hammered that one right down the line. I think that was Nieto.
Yes, sir, number one.
And she hammers that one. Another junior. A lot of underclassmen on this JAL team for sure. Lujan with the run and jump serve. It's a good one. Pierce struggled with it. They do keep it alive.
Oh, nice.
And Gaetan saves her tip her right at the line. And then it comes right back the other way. Thompson, Villa, back to Thompson. Punching it up, trying to get it into the air, and the Lady Cards score on that one. Pretty good scramble there, and the JAL coach not liking something that he saw there. 18-16, well, Eunice trails by 2.
I wouldn't like it if we lost the point either.
Blevins with the serve, just touches it over. Melanson, Lujan, and coming through is Darden, who just pushes it. Thompson to Villa, back to Thompson. Thompson rears back and rocks one back, and it goes off the hands of Rivera, then hits the ceiling and comes down like a missile.
Like a rocket.
She wasn't expecting. I almost ripped her arm off when it hit it.
And it's a 1-point game, 18-17. Blevins back to the service area. She hits it right down the line. They do keep it alive. Lujan pushes it back. It comes off a couple of hands. Oh! And Hatch started to get it, changed her mind. Yep. And then, anyway, the ball finds the ground, and it's a 2-point set, 19-17, and here comes Nieto. Pierce with a good first touch. Gaetan sends it up front to Thompson. Coming over, now Lujan's going to set the back row, and then they kind of bumped into each other right there and then shanked it into the net. It's back to a 1-point set, 19-18. As we might have a barn burner as the senior, Lizzie Gaetan, back to the service area.
Nice serve.
Nice serve.
Hits it up into the air. They keep it alive. Lujan dives to keep it in play. Pierce sets up Villa. Villa going to set it at the line. It's misplayed there as Melanson. It was overplayed over the net, and Melanson gets that point finally, makes it 20-18.
Melanson did a beautiful job taking advantage of staying vertical, if that makes sense here in volleyball. You got to stay vertical on those balls.
So back to the service area is Melanson. She's back and ready. A junior hits it over. Klaus with a good first touch. Villa pushes it to Thompson. Thompson rips it right down the line.
He did.
And she's going to score on the rocket right down the line. And the Lady Cards are back within 1, 20-19.
Eunice is not giving up. I'm telling you that much right now.
Thompson back to the service area. Throws it up and hits it over, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Oh, she don't do that.
That one, she didn't hit it long. She hit it out of bounds down the side. That is unusual.
That's very odd.
21-19 is your score, and back to serve is Darden, I believe. A good run and jump serve. Klaus, Hatch, it goes backwards, and then the Lady Cards are able to clear it right at the net. First touch by Butts, and now Rivera's just going to have to clear it. Oh, right at the net. Lujan goes up and hammers it back to us. Hatch, and punching it over is Pierce. Darden going to set it up right down the middle. They do keep it alive. And then we hammer it back. And Bella Pierce, it was a good pickup there by the Lady Cardinals.
Yes.
And Pierce hammers it cross court right into this open space.
And a beautiful job by the Cardinals, not giving up on that play from the beginning.
Back to a 1-point set. 21-20 is your score, and Hatch back to serve. And she hits that one into the net.
Something that's out here. Two girls that serve the best are struggling right now at that line.
Yep, and that'll send JAL's ace, Natalia Rivera, the sophomore, back to the service area with a 2-point lead. Run and jump serve. It's a rocket. Had a little curve to it. Villa. Pierce spins one over the top of the net. Panthers were struggling with it, but Butts is able to clear it. Pushed up into the air by Martinez. Now Blevins is going to clear it. Coming back the other way, you've got Darden, and here goes Lujan. She hits it toward the back corner. Kept alive by Martinez, then Hatch, and cleared by Blevins. Darden sets it up right in the middle, rearing back and slamming it hard was Nieto, but she hit it into the Eunice student section.
They're saying that somebody was in the net, so it's going to be a point for JAL.
And so they're going to give the point to the Lady Panthers, and now it's a 23-20. The Eunice Cardinal fans booing, but here we go. Over. Hatch with the first touch. It's up toward the net. They're going to set up Blevins.
Oh, and somebody was in the net again.
And they're going to get Blevins in the net that time, I believe so.
Oh, they're going to redo it.
So one official said one was in the net. The other official said the other side was in the net, so they're going to jump it or redo it.
That's a close one.
Natalia Rivera back to serve again. Throws it up. She hits one into the net, and the Lady Cardinals get a break.
Ball don't lie, huh?
They get a break right there.
The ball don't lie.
That point was brought to you by Charlie, the camera guy.
23-21. Villa back to the service area. She had a run the last time she was back there that got the Lady Cardinals back into this set. That one goes off the hands, and now Lujan is going to clear it. Thompson. Villa sets up Pierce. Pierce rocks one. It is kept into the air, and Lujan clears it. Gaetan pushes it up for Pierce. Pierce hits it out of bounds, and the Lady Cards now give up the point, and it's going to be 24-21.
We have a timeout here by Eunice.
And Eunice wants to talk about it. It's set point for the Panthers here in set number one. Man, we've got a heck of a set going.
Back and forth, man.
Shout out to these sponsors: Guns Up Services, Outlaw Grill, NMR Pipeline LLC, Parker Energy, Redbird Gas, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Badger Hydrovac, City of Eunice, Debbie's Country Kitchen, Cardinal Hardware, Redbird Garage, Eunice Wrecker, and Thomas Welding.
So the Lady Cardinals trying to stay alive. They got down fairly big. They come climbing back into this thing, tied it up, in fact, and then it's just kind of been back and forth. But here are the last few points.
And that's something different from the last games we've been seeing. They usually give up after they get a big lead on them, right?
Yep. So back to the service area, I believe is number 6, Rodriguez. The clapping from Jal. They're excited for the set point.
That was out
and
there.
They do hit it out. And so the Lady Cards back with them too. It's 24-22. Bella Pierce back to serve. Running jump serve, here it comes. She hits it toward the corner. Jal's able to keep it alive, trying to clear it, and they do. It's gonna go out, and they hit it anyway. Oh, and then we misplayed it. And so the Lady Cardinals lose the first set, 25-22. Jal with the win in set number one. And man, it was a good one. It was a fun one to watch. Not a fun one if you're a Eunice Cardinals.
Not the final results wasn't fun, but it was a good game to watch between both teams there.
Yes.
Eunice goes down in the first one.
Yeah, definitely a tough one if you're a Lady Cardinal fan as they go down 1-0. And I don't know why, but I guess it was just wishful thinking. I put Eunice with 25 and Jal with 22. I guess I better change that.
Well, if we can get everybody to agree to it, I think we'll just go ahead and do that.
I think we'll have a vote between us three. Yeah, I concur with you, Jones.
We could just reach out to our sponsors and have them vote.
Everybody vote.
Just our sponsors. Not the other
voting. Is it 7 o'clock yet?
No, it's 6:10.
All right, y'all go vote.
So once again, get out and vote. 2:09 remaining in this little in-between games clock. The Lady Cardinals lose set number one to Jal and the Lady Panthers. The Lady Panthers are pumped and their crowd is pumped. And I tell you what, they're noisy over there for sure.
They are.
Oh, yeah.
Got that blood flowing up there.
Getting that adrenaline going.
You've got about 50 minutes, just less than an hour to get out and vote. Get out and vote. Jal, Eunice, it don't matter. Get out and vote.
Hobbs.
I don't even care who you vote for. Just get out and vote. I tell you, as a person who's worked basically for the government most of my adult life, whether it be as a police officer, a police chief, a state police officer, a judge, whatever, I get irritated because I listen to people complain all the time about things.
Yeah.
And then I see, you know, you can go run a printout when the elections are over of who voted. You can't see who they voted for. But I guarantee you, I've done that in my last 2 elections. And some of the folks that are the biggest complainers never even went and voted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they're the ones complaining all the time on social media and everything.
They probably forgot to go vote.
Well, I've asked a couple of them. I have literally went to a few of them sometimes and said, hey, why didn't you vote? Oh, well, my brother's cousin's sister's dog peed on my electric fence and, you know, whatever it is. I mean, Get out and vote. You got some time. Get out there. Here we go. Lujan with the serve. It was a good one. Thompson was able to keep it in the air. Blevins taps it over. Lujan picks it up. Sets up Rivera on the back row. She hammers it across, and here we come back the other way with Pierce, who hits it long and out of bounds. And the Lady Cards trail 0-1.
Sledgehammered it.
A little too hard here to start the game. The second set here.
So there's some instructions from the coach. I noticed, Gaetan struggled with that one. I noticed that the coach that used to be at Tatum, I can't think of what his name is, down at the end, noticed something, and he went running over to the head coach, told them, he relayed it out there, and then right away they score a point. It's 2-0. First touch from Thompson. Via Blevins shoots it into the corner. Lujan gonna set it up right there in the middle. Some confusion.
She pushed it back. I wonder why.
I think she was trying to set either Nieto or Rivera,
in the back,
who were both at the back at that time.
Makes sense. But neither one of them got it, right?
Nope. They both looked like, are you gonna get it or am I gonna get it? And so Pierce back to the service area. Throws it up, hits it over. It's long.
Wow,
and it's
I'm telling you, man, we're struggling back there at the line.
And it's the players that usually are the most consistent that seem to be,
a guaranteed point,
not
you can say.
Not feeling well,
two
maybe
out of
the
three.
pressure or whatever it might be. There's a serve by Nieto. Thompson, Villa. Gaetan just going to tap it over. Lujan going to set it up right here for Rivera, who hammers it off the hands of Klaus. It goes out of bounds, and Jow is all over the Lady Cardinals here. It's 4-1.
That's an understatement, Jones.
Their bench is pumped. Student section's pumped.
Oh, wow, and they just got
ace.
Falling between two players on the Eunice side.
Yep. And that was Nieto, Marin Nieto with the ace there. As they make it 5-1 here, as they are out big early on the Cardinals in set number 2. Klaus hits that one up. Thompson gonna bump it back up forward. Gaetan gonna hit it back into the corner. Nieto keeps it alive. They're gonna push it up toward the front, and Melanson's gonna clear it. Pierce, Villa sets up Thompson. Thompson rocked that one, and that was an absolute rocket ship as she hit it right into the corner, and the Lady Cards lead, or the Panther lead, gets cut 5-2. Stepping up there is Blevins. Blevins gonna hit it over. First touch there by Rivera.
Trouble.
Lujan pushes it back, and then Rivera clears it. Villa, Hatch gonna bump it, and she's gonna keep it alive. A nice little touch over there by Hatch, and the Lady Cards back within 2. It's 5-3.
It worked just fine, right?
That's right.
Just tap it over every time. You need that points, ladies.
So now they're gonna send it over to Blevins, and hey, what you doing? I got this cool little baby over here smiling at me, showing me her twofers. And so Nieto, I'm sorry, that's Rivera. Now Lujan back to Rivera. Rivera hits that one into the net. So it's 5-4, and the Lady Cards climbing back into this one again. Here comes Blevins' serve. Hits it over toward the back. Rivera, Lujan, now over to Darden. Darden clears it. They're going to set it up at the front for Thompson, who bumps it. And she kind of changed directions and threw Melanson
to the sky, went through there.
She looked like she was going to smack it, and then she just kind of tapped it over.
Kind of threw the blockers off on the Jow side, so tying it up 5-5 here.
5-5. Blevins hits it over. Rivera, Lujan, back over here, and Nieto's going to send it to that back corner. Cardinals trying to keep it alive, and they do. Thompson clears it. Lujan going to set it up on the back row, coming through and punching it over toward this back side was Darden. Hits it a little long. I'm sorry, that's number 1. That's Nieto. And it's going to go out of bounds. The Lady Cards back within 1. Or no, the Lady Cards now lead 6-5. Good serve there. Lujan sets up Rivera. She touches it over. Thompson, Villa, Gaetan. Lujan just going to push it toward the back corner. Almost a collision back there between Blevins and Villa. And the Panthers tie it back up 6-6.
Neck and neck, shall we say.
Coming off was Blevins. Trying to see who went on for her. Not sure. And so here we go. Must have been the libero.
Yeah, it was Jazzy.
Yep. So They set up Thompson. Thompson hammers it, but it goes just a little wide, and the Panthers now lead 7-6. So here we go. Melanson with the serve. Klaus with a good first touch. Klaus. Gaetan over to Hatch. Hatch hits that one into the net, and it's 8-6.
Getting more instructions here by the coach, Coach Wilson.
Yep.
Trying to adjust out there defensively.
So back in the service area, Mila Melanson, the junior, throws it up, hits it over. It's a good serve. Pierce sets it right up at the front of the net, and hammering it back in our face was Rivera of Jow. That first touch was just a little long, so it went right up over the top of the net. And Rivera said, thank you very much, I'll take that one, and hammered it down our throat. It's 9-6 Jow. Melanson hits it right into the middle. Pierce with the first touch. Gaetan sets up Thompson. She pushes it to the corner to Melanson. Thompson to Melanson. I think we've heard that a little bit over in Eunice. Just touching it right at the net on Villa. And she was right there with Rivera. The ball spun around the top of the net, stayed on our side.
And Dow's trying to creep away here,
Coach.
Coach.
Yes, they are, 10-6. The coach is noticing something again he's wanting them to fix. Klaus, Thompson, Hatch, Melanson with the first touch. Lujan sets it in the back for Darden. Darden goes cross corner. Good play there by Jazzy Klaus, and Hatch is going to tap it, and a nice touch play there by Hatch at the net. Goes off the hands of Rivera, and the Lady Cards back within 3. It's 10-7.
Yeah, Rivera was waiting more contact with that ball, and she just kind of threw a little knuckleball out there. It worked.
1 point away from a big gulp here. We hope we don't get one. Good first touch there. They keep it in the air, and then they clear it, and it hits the top of the roof.
And that's high.
And we're not getting one, Jones.
We are not going to get a big gulp as we've moved on to 10-8.
In our favor.
The senior, Lizzie Gaetan, back to serve. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one.
Nice.
Oh, what a touch there on that first touch by Lujan. Or no, that's not Lujan. Who is that?
That's number 8.
8. We don't have an 8. That's why I'm throwing off.
Lujan Jr.
Good touch there by Lujan. And now coming right back the other way was Rivera. And she hammered it through the first touch of Gaetan into the bleachers. And it's 11-8, so we came close to a big gulp.
Very close, but not.
Just didn't quite get one. It's probably more like a honcho.
Yeah, like a honcho.
They got us a honcho or a toss-up.
A toss-up. Let's do a toss-up.
Not to be...
They throw it up and hit that one over.
Oh, what a save there. What do we do with that?
I'll just let you watch that one and say what happened there. Darden going to set it up right in the middle, and hammering it was Rivera, and she hit it over there toward the concession stand, grabbed some popcorn or Reese's and a drink while they were over there.
The honcho, that's not to be mistaken for Sancho.
No Sanchos. Thompson hits it over, although there's some Eunice Jow Sanchos that I see every now and then. And they hammered that one long as Lujan with a nice shot, but it's about 6 inches too long back there. 11-10, Lady Cards back within 1. Thompson at the service area, back there ready to go. Throws it up, hits it over, it's a good one. First touch there by Nieto. Gonna push it back as Darden, and Lujan tries to bump it into this corner, hits it just a little wide, and we got a tie set. It's 11-11, very similar to our first set.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Thompson back, rockets that one over into the corner. They do get it up into the air, and then they're gonna set up Rivera, who just taps it over. Pierce, Villa, Pierce. A good first touch again. They push it back over to Butts. Butts jumps in, taps it over, and it goes right into the net. The Lady Cards with their first lead, I believe, of this entire set.
It's the second lead. Remember we got 6 a minute ago?
Oh, you're probably right. 12-11 here. Thompson back, throws it up, hits it over. Good first touch there by Nieto. Darden gonna push it right back to her, and she's just gonna bump it over. Thompson, Villa, here comes Thompson.
Oh, Thompson.
That was kind of a sneaky one. It was sneaky on me. Lujan gonna clear it. Pierce, Villa, back to Pierce. She rockets it off the deflection, and it's gonna find the floor, and the Lady Cards find a point and a 2-point lead, 13-11, their first 2-point lead of the set.
Yes, sir.
We like it. We can have more of them.
Thompson now back to the service area.
She found her groove back there.
She's finding it. That's how Stella got her groove back. She hits that one over. Good first touch. They're going to keep it in the air. Lujan just going to come through and clear it. Thompson Villa sets up Hatch. Hatch gets blocked at the net. Villa did a really good job keeping it alive, and then Thompson hints it across. Darden sets up Rivera. Rivera hits it. It goes off a deflection and then comes right off over the head of Martinez. It finds the floor.
Miscommunication there. She thought the person behind her was going to get it, but she didn't.
That makes it 13-12. Lady Cards lead by 1. First touch comes across. Darden going to set it up right beside her to Nieto. And it comes through the block, and then off the touch, it goes under the net, and it's all tied.
She lost our lead there, boys.
Yep. Natalia Rivera back to serve. Running jump serve. Here it comes. Martinez with a good first touch. That was a tough serve to respond to. And they do get it across. Saving it was Lujan.
Trouble,
and they keep it alive. Villa gonna clear it back the other way, and everybody resets. Darden sets up Lujan. Lujan rockets one toward the back, and it goes just about this far, too long. It was a good shot.
Man, it was too close for comfort, right?
Yes, sir. The Lady Cards lead 14-13. I was just told number 8 is Aaliyah Navarrete. So that's why she's got the wrong number on here. She's got a different number, so I'm going to add that one on there. Thank you, Dustin, for that information. I appreciate you.
Eunice got 4 hits there. And get the ball
Panthers,
over.
Yeah, they get another point and tie it back up at 14. 14 apiece.
Man, the evenly matched teams here.
Yep.
Sure.
And anytime you have Eunice and Jal, you're going to
get
be
the best
in
out
for
of
a
everybody
battle.
out there on that court.
Thompson with the first touch. Villa pushes it up. Pierce sends it. Darden to Nieto. Nieto just bumps it across. The return comes right back to Jal. Darden sets up Nieto again. Nieto goes cross court. They do keep it alive. It's going to come over the net. Melanson with the first touch. They set up Lujan. Klaus bumps it into the air. Villa touching it over was Pierce. And it goes right back to her as she got blocked on the touch by Melanson. It finds the floor, and the Panthers back in the lead, 15-14.
You got to dig those out, man. They had enough time to play that ball on the Eunice side.
Back to the service area is Rodriguez. Rodriguez serve goes off the hands of Klaus over into the bench. And the Lady Cards trail 16-14.
These are important points right here, guys.
Yes, they are. Back to the service area again is Charisma Rodriguez, the junior. She dribbles, does a couple crossovers, spins around, bumps it into the air. Amy Lujan in the thinking man pose back there again.
Gets the roll.
And then Rodriguez says, you just got aced. Uh-oh.
Oh,
that was awkward, huh?
Rodriguez hits it over. Oh, hits it into the net.
I thought she was going back in the game after the whistle blew.
I think she was going to.
17-15. And here comes Gaetan in for Martinez. And back to the service area is Villa. Can she make a run like she did earlier? And just as I was about to finish my sentence saying that,
this is all it's about.
It's a home run, and it's 18-15. Lady Cards down by 3, and here comes Lujan. Jump serve, it's a good one. Good first touch there by Thompson. They send it across to Gaetan. Gaetan to Nieto. Nieto to Lujan, and then it gets pushed over. That was kind of odd.
Use it. Oh, it's too close.
Right at the net, and Melanson hits it into the net. We got away with one there.
Yes.
That's one of the 50-50 balls. Right?
Yeah, Melanson just kind of misplayed it.
50-50 like 50-50 cent.
50-50 cent ball.
18-16's your score. Pierce. We need a Pierce run here. She usually has one in every game. They set up Nieto. Nieto hammers it into the net.
Ready to start.
Pierce has, over the last 2 years, she may have been the most consistent player in the group, but today she struggled, so we need her to get a run going. 17-18 is your score. Pushing it down the line was Darden, and a good save there by Villa. Villa now going to set up Thompson, who rockets one right off the block of Melanson, and she ties it up at 18 apiece.
That's a guns up.
Again, that's like the fourth tie.
Wants to talk about it as Thompson has had some rockets over there on that backside. The Lady Cardinals, the Jow Panthers, 18 apiece. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Shout out to these sponsors: Thomas Welding, Eunice Wrecker, the Redbird Garage, Cardinal Hardware, Debbie's Country Kitchen, City of Eunice, Badger Hydrovac, Eunice Health Clinic, Guns Up Services, Outlaw Grill, NMR Pipeline LLC, Parker Energy, Redbird Gas, Eunice Public Schools, and Eunice Pump and Supply. The proud sponsors with a nice district matchup between Eunice Lady Cardinals and these old Panthers from Jow.
So the Panthers from Jow took it to us in the first set. Here in set number 2, we're all squared away. It's 18 apiece, and we've got Bella Pierce back to the service area. She runs, jumps, serves. It's a good one. Pushed up into the air. And now over to Nieto, and she hits it long and out of bounds, and the Lady Cardinals take the lead 19-18. We got another good one.
Man, we got to play 5 points here, mistake-free, right? Or 6 points, I'm sorry.
Pierce, running jump serve. Right down the line, bumped into the air by Rodriguez. And then pushed over by Nieto. Little misplay there, but they do keep it in play. Lujan going to set it up here on the outside for Darden. Good first touch by Pierce. They set up
Good
Thompson,
set.
and Thompson absolutely nukes one over the net through the block of Melanson. Melanson has been right there on Thompson several times with a great block, but Thompson's absolutely shooting a missile through there off her hands and out of bounds.
Can't block that.
And it's 20-18. First touch by Rivera gets into the net. And the Lady Cards lead 21-18, 3-point lead, 4 points to go here. Can the Cardinals even this thing up at 1 apiece?
And there's the run you were looking for, Coach.
Bella Pierce back, trying to keep it going, and hits it out of bounds.
I pulled the Jones, huh?
You did a Jones.
I pulled the Jones.
That is a Jones if I ever
Jones. Just trying to give credit where credit's due, boys.
Don't be jonesing.
He was jonesing. And now that'll send back Nieto. First touch by Thompson. Villa going to set up Gaetan, and Gaetan hits it low. And the Panthers come clawing back into this thing, 21-20. Nieto serve is a good one. Off the hands of Pierce, back to Hatch. Now they're just going to have to clear it, and Thompson does. Lujan just touches it across. Gaetan, Villa, Cheyenne Blevins with a good touch. Jow struggles with it, and the Lady Cards and Cheyenne Blevins score right there, and that'll send Blevins back to the service area.
Man, heck of a game, man.
22-20, Eunice and Jow. Eunice with a 2-point lead here in set number 2. Jow won set 1. There's a return that's going to come across.
It's inbounds. Stayed inbounds.
Oh, man. We had a great serve that they returned back to us.
Just in doubt, play it,
and
ladies.
we watched it, 22-21, and Melanson back to serve.
If there's any doubt, hit it.
Throws it up, hits it over. First touch by Pierce. Now Gaetan just going to push it. Lujan going to set it up right in the middle, and rearing back and rocking that one off the block was Natalia Rivera, and she evens things back up for the Jow and sends the Jow's bench into a frenzy.
It's gonna be tough here, man.
Melanson back to serve. Throws it up, hits it over, it's a good one. Klaus with a nice first touch. Thompson pushes it back for Gaetan, who hits it into the middle. Melanson keeps it alive to Lujan. Darden just shoves it over. Klaus, Pierce to Thompson. They set it up over here on the side, and Rivera's just gonna push it. Klaus, Villa, here comes Thompson, and she rocks another one off of Melanson. I don't know what it is about Thompson and Melanson. We've usually said Melanson to Thompson over in our neck of the woods, but over here, it's been Thompson to Melanson as she has hit some rockets at her. 22-23, the Lady Cards lead by 1. The senior, Gaetan, with a good first shot. Lujan gonna set it. They just bump it across. Villa puts it into the air for Thompson. Thompson rocks it through. Lujan gonna set it up. Rivera pushes it at the net.
Oh, that was net.
Hatch. There's a multiple touch, and they're gonna call the net on Jow. I know you don't like it, but she was in the net.
Yeah.
I understand the frustration, but they didn't like the call. And we've got a timeout on the floor. The Lady Cards 24, Jal 22. Like I said, I usually try to say,
good call, Ref.
I thought she got in the net. I know the Jack, he's still staring over here at the coach, and I understand his frustration.
She got enough to be called the whistle, you know, give the whistle, that's it.
I thought she got in the net. I don't even know which one of them it was. I was watching the ball come back.
The net moved.
But the net started going like this, and I didn't see the ball hit it. And so now the captain, I'm assuming Darden, goes over and talks to the officials. So now the officials are going to talk about it. That is a big point because that difference would have gave Jal one, taken one from us. So you'd have had a 23.
Yep.
Instead, it's 24-22.
Instead of game point, right?
Yep. So they bring the captain back over. And so anyway, it looks like they're going to leave it the way it was. So they are not going to change it. It doesn't look like.
Good
and
call,
so 24-22, set point. And here we go. The Cardinal faithful are on their feet. Lizzie Gayton back to serve. The senior throws it up, hits it over, and she hit it over toward Loving. And the Lady Cards give up one, and it's 24-23. And coming in is Martinez. Coming out will be Gayton. Over on the other side, multiple subs as well. Coming back in was Butts. Back to the service area. Throwing up and hitting it over is Darden. First touch is a good one there by Klaus. Via sets Thompson. Thompson goes down the line, and she hits it outside the little pole.
Yes, sir.
And it's evened up at 24 apiece. And now we got a barn burner. Darden back to serve. Running jump serve. It comes across. Pierce bumps it straight into the air. Via back over here to Thompson. Thompson pushes it through the block. It does come back. Pierce keeps it alive. Hatch sends it over. A lot of scrambling here. Darden sets it up in the middle for Rivera. It was going long, but Klaus got a hand on it. I didn't see what happened.
He hit the ball really hard.
And so the Lady Cards now trail Jal 25-24 here in set number 2. Jal won the first set in an absolute shootout, 25-22. And we got the makings of the next one right here.
Man, let's hope we get it back here. That's what we need to do, is just stay focused out there. Play a mistake. Don't do any mistakes out there. Mistake free.
25 minutes to get out and vote.
Yes. Oh, go vote.
Go vote.
Go vote for the Eunice Public Schools, the city of Eunice, and
Eunice Health Clinic.
Eunice Health Clinic.
Eunice Health Clinic, yeah. And then that's 3 of our sponsors. Then you got Eunice Pump and Supply, Redbird Gas, Parker Energy, NMR Pipeline, LLC, Outlaw Grill, Guns Up, Thomas Welding, Eunice Rector, Redbird Garage, Cardinal Hardware, Debbie's Country Kitchen.
Darden back to serve. Here we go. It's set point. Hits it across. Klaus with the first touch. Via keeps it alive, and they do push it. Does Thompson. Pushing it into the air for Lujan. Lujan just dumps it right over the top of the block, and she scores the winning point. What a shot by Lujan.
Wow.
As she did it to it right there. Caden Lujan wins that one 26-24, and the Panthers are taking it to the Lady Cardinals. As close as it's been, it ain't very close in sets, as it's 2-0. The Lady Cardinals trail the Panthers.
Yeah, beautiful job on Lujan going over the block, just kind of tapping it over in the empty space and giving the ladies a win here.
Jumped up into the air like she was gonna smack it, and then just tapped it right over the top of the outstretched double block into that open space and scores for the Lady Panthers. What a shot there by Caden Lujan.
Just gotta give credit where credit's due, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was a heck of a shot, a heck of a touch, and Lady Panthers lead here.
2-1.
What's that?
2 sets.
Yes, sir. 2-0. So the Lady Cardinals behind here. We said coming in, and granted my numbers aren't always perfect. That's definitely the truth. I'm just kind of, putting numbers together as best I can. I didn't see a way that the Cardinals could get into the tournament with a loss here. Just my unofficial numbers. I tried to go through and add up some of the criteria and play with them over the last couple days, and I thought, you know what, for them to get in, I think they've got to win both games this week, and a loss in either one of them, I think, puts them in a real tough position to be able to get in.
We're going to have to pull off one of them Dodger miracles here tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody got the choke.
We need about a 3-set run coming forward to push this.
It's possible. That's why we play 5, right?
Absolutely.
That's how we beat Dexter, remember?
Yeah.
I mean, we come back and won all 3.
And there was another blue team, but we were,
And the drum line is working over there. Yeah. They are making some noise. I love it.
Yeah, it works on those girls' nerves a little bit too, though.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm telling you.
You know, it does. That's part of it.
It is definitely, yeah. I guarantee you that one over there don't like it. So, the Lady Cardinals, the Lady Cardinals trail here 0-2. Trying to see if they can peck their way back into this thing. It's election night. Get out and vote. You got about 20 minutes left. About 20 minutes. If you don't vote, and I pull the roster of who voted, and you're one of them people complaining, I'm going to start laughing at you, is all I can say to you.
We're going to give you a shout out on the radio.
I am. I'm going to start shouting them out, the people that don't vote but then complain all the time. All right, they push it into the middle. Blevins gets blocked at the net by Melanson, and it's 1-0.
Man, that backside has to be there to help her.
Yep, I concur.
And that ball's coming back slow enough for him to react, but we're not getting there.
Caden Lujan back to serve. Hits it over, it's a good one. Off the hands of Hatch, and Lujan says, you just got aced.
It's not a good way to start this third set here, boys.
No. 2-0.
Even though it's 2-0.
And it is now 2-0. Here comes Lujan again. That one goes off the hands of Thompson. And then she got it into the air. And Klaus and Pierce both saying, I got it. And then they both let it hit the turf.
Nobody got it.
And so it's now 3-0.
And Jim Florida looked up and said, I got it.
Lujan back again. Throws it up. Hits it over. It's right at the net. And they tap it over. Pushing it over was Darden. And Lujan says, you just got aced again. Lujan with a heck of a start for this set here.
4 unanswered points here, Jones.
Ooh, she's taking care of business.
Actually did last set.
Throws it up, hits it over. And just as I got to bragging on her, she hit it into the net. It's 4-1.
At least you jinxed the right team this time.
She always buys me some good Christmas gifts for sure.
Got those socks.
I gotta get an order going so that I can get them one this year. I can think of some good ones. Lujan back over to Darden. Darden sends it across, and the ball finds the middle there.
And I think that's what the coaches were talking about earlier, because Blevins hardly ever plays back row. And when the first error, we put Jazzy in for her.
So coming across,
good
and
job,
that one's going to go out, 5-2. Lady Card's only down by 3 here, just need a run.
Oh, we got Boyd in the game.
So Boyd comes in. Jacqueline Boyd, she's changed her number too. She's went from 16 to 15. They bump it up. Melanson just bumps it over. Thompson, Villa gonna give it right back to her, and she comes over and rocks it. And the Panthers get in the net. So it's 5-3.
We'll take it. We'll take everything we can get, boy.
So 5-3 here, and back is Boyd. Boyd gonna throw it up. She hits it to the net, and it's 6-3, and coming in now, we've got some different folks coming in is Layleen Zamora. Layleen Zamora comes in, Boyd steps off, 6-3 is your score. Melanson back, throws it up, hits it over. First touch by Zamora, then Villa, and then Thompson, and that'll be 4 on the Villa
timeout right here, Coach.
As it is now.
We got chit-chat about this a little bit here.
6-3, Lady Cardinals trail here.
7-3.
7-3, you're right. You are right, you're right. And so here we go. Melanson throws it up. Oh,
wow.
And it is an ace, and Melanson says, you just got aced. Now coming in is 14.
Ruiz.
14 is Allison Ruiz, the freshman. Melanson steps in, hits it over.
We need somebody to stop this bleed tonight.
Via Hatch comes off the deflection, and she's going to score. Hatch with the kill makes it 8-4. Eunice Faithful made a little noise for a second. I heard the get on the floor, get on the floor thing. Thompson back, guns up, hits it over, hits it long and deep, and Emmy's back. You've probably been over there practicing basketball in the other gym as basketball getting ready to start here. And we've got a timeout on the floor. I was looking earlier, I didn't get a chance to talk about it in our pregame, but basketball season is right around the corner for the Eunice Cardinals, and I'm only telling you what's on Max Prep. So if they didn't put it up there, I don't know what to tell you. But right now it shows their first game, the Lubbock Titans on December the 5th.
Wow.
Tucumcari on December the 6th. And then they've got listed on here the Eunice Cardinal Invitational on December the 11th, 12th, and 13th. That'll be cool if we can get a tournament going. I would have loved to have seen it in that holiday range where they could have combined it to where you would gather more people coming down to watch, but I also understand how complicated that is. And then the week of the 18th, 19th, and 20th, they go to Capitan to the Smoky Bear.
A lot of tournaments in the basketball world over there.
At the beginning, and it's hard to broadcast those just so everybody knows up front.
Maybe the one in Eunice we might be able to do better.
Yes. Yep. Back to serve. Throwing it up, hitting it over is Darden. First touch into the air, and then clearing it was Thompson. They lost it for a second, and then we had a collision right there between Navarrete and Darden.
The setter should have the second hit, right?
I think so. And looking at the schedule for Jal, they play their first game on December the 8th at Wall. They've got a tournament the 11th, 12th, and 13th in Eunice. And then Compass Academy on the 16th. Texaco on the 18th, 19th, and 20th for that Texaco tournament. So 9-5, and there's a good shot there by Pierce.
Eunice is trying to come back here.
Yes, they are.
1 point at a time, right?
Yep. 9-6 is your score. Throwing it up, hitting it over. Good shot there by Hatch. Lujan did a really good job keeping it alive. It gets bumped over by Darden, and here it comes back the other way.
Two people going over that one.
Blevins taps it over, and they give it back to Lujan. She pushes it right into that open space. Then she turns around and says something like, yeah, what's up now?
Deja vu, huh?
As she pushed it into the corner, and it's 10-6. Here comes the coach. He's seeing something. He's going to tell his head coach. Throwing it up, hitting it over is Rivera. Thompson trying to keep it alive and then pushed over by Blevins. They do keep it alive, Via and Blevins. Lujan comes right back. Thompson, Via. Here comes Pierce, and Pierce hammers it through Rivera and onto the turf or onto the floor, and it's 10-7. Coming off is Ruiz. Coming in is Boyd. Back in the service area is Via. Via ready to serve, throws it up, and that was unusual. She usually serves really good. In fact, that first set, I think she had like maybe at 1.78 in a row.
You are correct. She didn't miss a serve in the first set.
Under the net. And
hit a player on the job side.
Yes, and one thing about it, it's 7-11. It's time for a big gulp. Here it comes, over, and then it goes right back to him. Lujan gonna set up Melanson. Melanson hammers it toward the back, and then it kept alive by Hatch, cleared by Blevins. They set up Lujan, and she's gonna rocket one this cross side. It goes off the hands of Via, and the kill by Lujan is Caden Lujan, the freshman.
She's having a game, ain't she?
Is having
the
one.
last two sets.
Yes, she is. She picked a good one for her to do it against Jal here. I'm sorry, against Eunice. Jal against Eunice. Darden sets it up. Nieto hammers it through it, gets a little double block action. They keep it alive, though, and then it comes right back to the net. And what a shot there by Blevins. And she went up and got it and then found the opening.
Yes, that's what we need right there.
12-8 is your score. 14 minutes to vote. Go vote.
You ain't in line. Go get in line.
Throws it up, hits it over, it's a good one. It's right up by the net, and it finds the floor, and the Lady Cards back within 3, 12-9.
That last big run we had was by Pierce as well, wasn't it? In the last set?
I think so, in set 2. Jow leads 2-0 here. Eunice trying to keep from going on the skunk or the sweep. And then that one gets hit into the back of Melanson.
Yeah.
And Jow's got a sub coming in. 6 is going to go out. That is Rodriguez. And coming in is Ramirez. And back to the service area is Pierce for Eunice. She throws it up and hits it over. Back toward the corner. Lujan keeps it alive. A double hit there and then pushed over by Nieto. Hatch, Villa, pushes it to Thompson. Thompson going to rock it toward the back. It comes right up toward the top. It gets bumped over by Boyd.
Boyd, yeah.
And Boyd's mama over here beside me, she created like a, she went nuts over here. She was rattling my seat and the wall and
camera's shaking
else.
like crazy.
Yeah,
Not everything rattling.
She was rattling over there. 12-11. The Cardinals are back within 1.
Shout out to these sponsors right quick. Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Public Schools, Redbird Gas, Thomas Welding, Eunice Wrecker, Redbird Garage, Cardinal Hardware, Debbie's Country Kitchen, City of Eunice, Badger Hydrovac, Eunice Health Clinic, Guns Up Services, Outlaw Grill, NMR Pipeline LLC, and Parker Energy. Proud sponsors for tonight's matchup between your Lady Cardinals and these Lady Panthers from Jow, New Mexico.
You know, something that I did notice earlier, I think it was in Eunice's schedule, like I noticed that they've got Tucumcari in one of their deals. They've got the Lubbock Titans. So definitely some interesting folks. And there, Jow comes under the net, and the Lady Cardinals have they tied this one up, 12-12, exactly. So Pierce on the run as she's tied it up. Throws it up, hits it over, it's a good one. Kept into the air, and then pushed back over this way. Nieto gonna hammer it through. Kept it alive by Blevins, and then set Thompson on the backside, who comes cross court. Darden sets up Nieto, and she hits it long and out of bounds. And the Lady Cards take their first lead, I believe, in this set, 13-12. And all sets have been just absolute nail biters.
Very good volleyball we're watching tonight, ladies.
Pierce back, run and jump serve, comes right off the top of the net. It was kept alive by whoever that was, Rivera, and then it gets cleared. Hatch, Villa, Thompson absolutely rockets one. They were able to keep it alive, though, and now Melanson's going to clear it. Pierce, Villa going to set up Thompson again, and Thompson hits that one a little long. And the Lady Cardinals
I thought somebody touched him. Nope.
have got a tie-up here as it's 13 apiece.
Yeah. It's probably how the way the game's going, tie back and forth all the way through.
Caden Lujan back to the service area, run and jump serve. It comes over, it's a nice one. We struggle with it, but we do keep it alive.
Oh,
and then we
there.
bump it a little shy of the net. And Jow takes the lead back, 14-13. Caden Lujan, she's had a heck of a night here today.
I'm telling you, man.
And she's back to serve. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Off the top of the net. Thompson clears it. Blevins going to come back, go cross court. Lujan now going to set it for Jow as Darden's going to push it over. Pierce, Villa, sets up Pierce in the back row, and she's going to hit it long and out of bounds, and the Panthers lead 15-13.
She hit that from the back row and still hit it out of bounds. Shows how strong her arm is, huh?
Lujan now on a run of her own. Throws it up, hits it over, it's a rocket. Hatch keeps it in play. Pierce to Thompson. Thompson gets it from Ramirez. It comes right back over. And now here we go with Thompson, who's just going to tap it over, and then trying to dive and save it was Darden. It goes out of bounds, and the Lady Cardinals have closed the gap, 15-14. Cheyenne Blevins back to the service area. Throws it up, hits it over, it's a good one. First touch by Rivera. Lujan gonna hit it over this way for Darden. Darden gonna clear it. Blevins, Villa, Over to Thompson, who just tries to tap it. They do keep it alive, though.
And they tapped it right back.
Oh, and they're trying to keep it alive. It goes long off some hands, and it's 16-14 Jow.
Once again, that was Lujan doing that right
Yes, yes. Lujan making some things happen for the Lady Panthers, and now Nieto back. Throws it up, hits it over. First touch by Villa. Boyd sets up Thompson. Thompson clears it. Lujan over to Rivera. A collision there with a couple of Cardinals, but Thompson's able to clear it. Lujan pushes it across over this way for Rivera. Pierce comes back to Pierce, and now she hits it over. Lujan going to set it up for Rivera over here, who hits it right into the gap in the middle, and she extends the lead to 17-14 Jow. Nieto wastes no time, and here comes the serve. Pierce, Boyd, Thompson. Thompson pushes it. Lujan. Rivera rocks it through a double block. They do keep it alive, though. Boyd with a beautiful set to Thompson. Cross court, Boyd.
It's right on the money, too, man.
Boyd with a beautiful set, and Thompson absolutely rocked it.
She's came in and made great moves out there, man.
Setting a volleyball is not easy, and that was a cross
right on the
sideways,
money,
right on the money to Thompson from Boyd. Boyd with the serve, 17-15. Lujan over to Rivera, who pushes it across.
Oh, girls got her tired.
And then Boyd and Klaus have that ball hit right at the feet of both of them. And so coming in will be 14. We decided earlier that was Ruiz.
Yes, Addison, freshman.
Melanson back to the service area. 18-15 is your score. Klaus with the first touch up near the net. Villa just taps it over. Lujan going to set up Darden. Darden hammers it out of bounds. And it's a 2-point set again.
I've heard that all night. 2-point set again.
Too close.
2-point set again.
Yep.
Hopefully the outcome changes this time around, right?
18-16 is your score.
It's got to. We're packing up, boys.
Thompson throws it up and hits it over. Into the air. Lujan, Ruiz, Villa, Thompson. They keep it alive, does Navarrete. And now they're going to clear it with Rivera. Thompson, Villa, over to Pierce. Pierce rockets one through, but they do keep it alive. I believe that was Navarrete.
Believe you're right.
And pushing it over was Ramirez. Villa going to set up Thompson on the back row, who just bumps it into the open space, keeps it alive. A dive and try by Nieto. It was a good one, just not quite able to put it back in play where she needed. And the Lady Cards back within one. It's 18-17. Thompson back into the service area, waiting on the whistle. Here it is, here it comes. She hits it over, it's a good one. Lujan, Rivera.
That was flat, huh?
Oh, and then that one gets through. As it gets pushed off the side of the net, Rivera now going to push it back again. Villa sets up Pierce. Pierce just going to tap it over. Lujan keeps it alive. Comes back this way and then hit into the net.
And she just punched the ball in there and hit a
Rodriguez.
Yeah. A little frustration right there.
18-18 is your score here in set number 3. Jow won the first two. Eunice trying to stay alive behind the serve of Thompson, and here it is. Lujan going to set it up for Darden, who just bumps it up and in. Trying to dive in was Villa. The ball goes into the bleachers, and the Lady Cards trail again, 19-18. Coming in is number 11, Butts, the senior. Back to the service area, Abigail Darden, the sophomore for Jow. Takes a look, waiting on some discussion. The official talking to the Jow bench.
Something about sit down or something.
And waiting to see what's happening. Now the official from the scorer's table headed over to the net to talk with the folks at the top.
Might have made an illegal substitution.
Is there something in the posters or what? Oh, they're saying it was the buckets, but the kids just shook the stadium over there. I mean, the stands, letting them know it's the stands.
So they're getting onto the kids that are making noise over there.
They thought that it was the buckets, but it wasn't the buckets. Oh well.
Yeah. I will never get that stuff in sports. I just don't.
Oh, that stoppage just for that.
I will never understand that. I don't care if they're beating on buckets, drums, horns, vuvuzelas.
Yeah, get to the pit and listen to them tom-toms.
I just don't understand
they can beat
why anybody would tell kids to be quiet at a sporting event. I will never understand that. You can't make me understand that. This is not the library. But anyway, that's just my thinking. And there's a good block right there at the net by Hatch as she gets the Cardinals back within one. It's 20-19. So back to the service area is Hatch. Hatch back there ready to serve. Getting ready. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Nieto to Darden. Darden going to set it in the middle for Rivera, and Rivera hammers that one right down the middle. 21-19.
How many kills does Rivera have this game, man?
And she's back to serve. Man, can she serve that ball usually.
Yes,
a little
look at that.
curveball ace as she scores again, and it's 22-19.
Huh, that's odd right there.
Yeah, that is. Thompson going to come out. Coming in is Martinez. It's 22-19 and the game set, and that one goes long.
Just barely go out of bounds.
And that makes it 22-20. Thompson going to immediately come right back in. Coming out also was Ruiz. Coming in was Boyd. Back to the service area is Mylene Villa. Villa throws it up, hits it over, and it's long.
Just out of bounds.
And it's 23-20.
Trying to get these subs and make sure everything's written down correctly.
So 23-20, Jow 2 points away, and it is now 7 o'clock.
Voting is
over.
over.
Voters, if you hadn't gotten in line, you're too late. I can't wait to start seeing some numbers.
As the voting closes, we take a timeout.
You know, I want to congratulate all of those folks that decided to run. Putting yourself out there to run is not easy.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable. You know, there's a lot of people that won't do it.
No.
A lot of mud slinging.
And there's always a lot of mud slinging. You know, the reality of the matter is, no matter who you are, no matter how much you try not to sling mud, when you're a parent or a child or a sibling or a spouse or a close friend of one of the people that's running, you got to tell people why you think your person who you're going to vote for might be a little better than the one they're going to vote for. So it never fails, no matter how much you say it's not going to happen.
Get a little mud on you.
Sometimes it gets a little muddy, so it's not easy. But thank you to all those folks who jump out there and give it a shot. 23-20 is your score. Back to serve, and hitting it over is Rodriguez. They're going to set up Blevins. Blevins hits it into the corner. And she is going to score
corner.
as the Lady Cards pick up another point. It's 23-21.
These line judges have done a great job tonight.
I agree. Bella Pierce back to serve. Do the Cardinals need her here? She hits one. It's a good first touch there by Lujan. They're going to set it right back to Lujan, who's going to touch it over. And the Lady Cards of Blevins fist one over. Darden sets up Nieto. It gets blocked at the net, but falls on the Cardinal side, and we've got set point here. 24-21. Can Jow finish the sweep here? 3-0, and guess who's back? Back again. It's Lujan. Lujan throws it up, hits it over. And if that ball does a half rotation, it comes onto this side, and lucky if you're a Cardinal fan, it's spun back the other way. 24-22, Blevins back to the service area. For Eunice, she throws it up, hits it over. Rivera, Lujan, they're just gonna push it over, trying to keep it alive, and Villa just gonna clear it. Darden Lujan. Rodriguez going to clear it across. Villa just going to send it. Lujan pushes it back. Nieto hits it toward the back. Blevins, Boyd, and Villa collide. And 25-22 as the Jow Lady Panthers with the sweep here of the Lady Cardinals. They win 3-0, and the Jow faithful are going absolutely bonkers as they get the win. The Jow Lady Panthers with a big win over the Lady Cardinals here. In my opinion, based off the statistics and the numbers of the criteria, I think that likely sets up Eunice to end their season this week one way or the other. Just my opinion, because I don't think they have a district tournament anymore, right?
I don't think
volleyball.
They do.
And maybe they do. Maybe I'm missing something. Oh man, that box just fell off the.
Oh, probably all that beating. We're still alive. We got 3 lights.
Yeah. It pulled off from that side over there. I don't know how it did that. That's kind of crazy.
But so probably didn't cut off completely, huh?
So anyway, any final thoughts?
Man. Tough loss for the Eunice Cardinals tonight, man.
Tough loss. They're both here to play, right?
Yeah.
I agree. It was fun to watch. I mean, all 3 sets were very competitive. You know, it was a fun match to watch for sure. Jow gets the win, and so if you're a Panther fan, you're happy. If you're a Cardinal fan, you go home with your feathers tucked, and you head back to Jow to get some electric Eunice to.
Kind of like a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
Tough life.
So the Lady Cardinals lose here today for Evie and TJ and Tiff and Aaron and everybody back, Rosa and all of those back at One Radio Square. For Charlie Fairbrush the Thumb and for Rosie Rosendo Caballero, I'm Jimmy Jones saying good night. Thank you for watching. We'll see you Thursday.
Good night, everybody.